I'd like to talk a little bit about the idea of modeling excellence, picking out a person that you aspire to become like, looking at the way they move through the world and the way they carry themselves, looking at the way they operate, and copying it. Modeling is the way we first learn to do things as a child. Before we're even able to use or understand words, we model the people around us, our parents, other children, especially other children. You look at a little kid that's not walking yet and just crawling around, and they see another child that's a little bit older than them, maybe 6 months older than them, walking around and running around. They are focused on what that other kid is doing. They are studying their behavior. It's giving them ideas. And that's how we initially learn. And so it's a useful thing to model excellence. In the case of my life, I aspired to be great at basketball. And I saw guys that were older than me, better than me, star of their team, leading scorers, and all-star team in the league. And I would watch how they moved. I can remember one guy in particular, he had a lot of spring to his step. He was kind of cocky when he walked around. And just doing that alone, copying his physiology, the way he moved, that's a useful thing for a couple reasons. Number one, if you find somebody that's really good at a skill, they've already done the hard work. They've already tried and tested different ways of being, and they developed a way that was most helpful for them to become great at basketball or whatever else it is that you're trying to achieve. And so if you copy the way they move, the way they dribble the ball, the way they shoot, the way they carry themselves on and off the court, and you copy that and mirror what they do, that's a great place to start from. Because number one, they already figured out the best way to do it. And number two, by following their physiology, like I mentioned before, every state has a physiology, every physiology has a state. When you're confident, you carry yourself different than when you're depressed. And so, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. It doesn't matter because if you're standing like you're confident, you're going to feel confident. You're going to move confident. You're going to be confident. And if you're standing in another position of being depressed or downtrodden, it's probably going to be hard to feel confident when you're carrying yourself that way. So, by modeling a person who does something really well, you're adopting their physiology and, in turn, the state that they're in when they're at their best. And two, they already tried and figure out what works best. And it's like that with everything. If you look at an accomplished equestrian, someone who rides really well, you can see that they have a comfortable seat in the saddle, that they hold their reins firmly but lightly, almost like you would hold a baby bird. So you were securely holding it and it couldn't get away, and yet not so tight that you would hurt it. And that's the way an accomplished equestrian is going to hold the reins. In the same way, if you look at this good rider that you would like to be like, look at their head tilt, look at the expression on their face. Notice especially that when their horse acts up and doesn't behave well, because no matter who is on board, the horse is going to do what horses do, sometimes not the right thing. And if a horse is bucking or trying to run away with someone or acting in a way that isn't the way you would like, an accomplished rider is just going to sit it out. They're not going to overreact. They're going to be calm. They're going to just sit it out, take whatever comes in stride. And part of the reason for that is they're grounded. They're chill. They feel like I can do this. No matter what this horse does, I'm going to handle whatever he does. And so if you want to be like that rider, start by copying what they do. It's a great place to start from. After you get comfortable and you want to make some adjustments to make it your own style, go for it. But modeling excellence is a wonderful place to start. Play with that a little bit. And follow me for more. Tom O'Ryan, EquestrianHypnoCoach.com.